Hello there, Star Wars fans, and welcome back to another Rebelscum.com video. And today we are reviewing the new, or at least newly packaged, Star Wars Return of the Jedi 40th Anniversary Endor Princess Leia. Maybe not the 40th Anniversary re-release of Return of the Jedi Leia that a lot of Star Wars fans were hoping for, but look guys. Slave Leia, Prisoners with Jobs Leia, Hutt Slayer Leia. It's probably not ever going to happen. We got lucky when she came out in Phase 1 Black Series, and then it's not exactly the most family-friendly design. So there's a reason we haven't gotten that figure again in any scale since then, right? So anyway, here she is. She was first released in the Black Series Phase 4 packaging, then she was released in the Endor PulseCon exclusive pack with Han, Luke, and Poplu, who is also getting re-released in Black Series 40th Return of the Jedi cardback. And now here she is on that awesome Kenner style cardback, which packaging-wise, this is the best release, and I'm pretty much probably going to say that every single time we get a Kenner-style packaged release of a Black Series character, because, well, it looks the best. Let's be honest here. We all love that card back, which is why VC is such a popular line, not just because they're fully articulated, highly detailed figures. That is a nice bonus as well, but it all has to do with the fact that when it came to package design for Star Wars figures and other toys, Kenner nailed it. Kenner nailed it. It's never been done better since. Let's all admit that. It's never been done better since, which is why we keep circling back to it. And usually it sells better for Hasbro when we do it that way. So I love it. It looks great. You got an awesome image of Leia in her Endor gear right there. 40th anniversary logo there at the top. Return of the Jedi on the back. Other figures from Wave 1. And then, of course, the Target exclusive Return of the Jedi recard of Boba Fett. And that's pretty much it for the packaging. And here she is right out of the packaging. And yeah, she still looks great. This is still a really good Princess Leia figure. And I've talked about this before, but this Leia is two different Leias in one, because of course you've got her awesome Endor gear right here where she's got her battle poncho on. She's got the Rebel Commando helmet on, but you can remove this gear and she's got her regular general uniform on underneath that she was wearing previously in Return of the Jedi before she went down to Endor. So I love that. I love that about this figure. I love that about the Han figure that we got as well, and the Endor Luke, where you got multiple different outfits with one figure release. I love when Hasbro does stuff like that, where the accessories are so good that you get multiple appearances of a character with one figure release. That's one of my favorite things that they do when they do it. They don't do it often, but they do it sometimes, and they often do it well. Especially in this case, cloth goods poncho, you've got the camo printing on it, there's the helmet, which is removable, and she's got her hair braided on underneath, her blaster pistol, which does go into the holster right here. For comparison, here she is next to Endor Han Solo with his cloth goods gear, so you can see them side by side, and they look awesome side by side. And of course, here she is next to the friend she met along the way. Here is the 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi Wicket figure, which was another figure sent to us by Hasbro. Thank you, Hasbro. And before I forget, a special thank you to Hasbro for sending us this figure as well. This was also in that awesome box that they sent to us in celebration of May 4th. So this video is, of course, sponsored by our good friends at Hasbro, who sent us this awesome figure. Now, this is the third release of this figure. Not really anything has changed from what I can tell, and nothing really needed to change, in my opinion. They nailed it the first time. When it came down to the time for them to inevitably do repacked figures on that 40th card, this one I expected to be among them, and yeah, just like then, they nailed it this time. So if you missed Leia on that other go-around in mass retail, you have another chance at her on 40th card. And if you're a carded collector specifically, well, all the more better for you because she looks awesome on that card back. Still fully articulated. Head is on a ball joint. Fully articulated shoulders. No upper bicep joint. Single jointed elbow, wrist joints. Waist, hips, upper thigh, single jointed knees, and fully articulated ankles. And that's pretty much it for articulation. Now, if you would like to display her in just her general uniform, that is really easy to do. What you do is you come over to the belt, and then you untab the belt right here where this pouch is on her left hip. You pull that through the holes on the poncho. We'll also go ahead and just pull the helmet off. Take the poncho off. And then you're like, oh gosh, her waist looks weird. Yeah, it does. That's why you got to put the belt back on. And then you put her belt back on around her waist. Just tab that little bit back in. And now she doesn't have that weird waist gap anymore. You can even, like I said, take her blaster, put it in the holster. And now you have another way to display your Leia. So if you like to collect all the different Leias and all the different outfits, that is something you can do, at least with Endor, because we have all of her Endor outfits. We have her general uniform, her battle poncho outfit, and her Ewok village outfit now as well. So all of the Leias for Endor, as far as I'm aware, have been covered in Black Series 6-inch scale at this point. And I kind of like her more without the poncho, honestly. And I'm so glad that they didn't just mold this to her and do like a soft rubbery plastic, because that just wouldn't have looked near as good as this figure does. You definitely wouldn't have the doubled value of having multiple outfits like this figure has. So I'm so happy that the design team at Hasbro went the route they went with this figure, because it turned out to be a very awesome figure. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's review featuring the newest release of the Black Series Endor Battle Gear Princess Leia from Return of the Jedi 40th carded release. A solid release of this figure, arguably the best release of this figure in my opinion, because again, between her 3 different releases, the figure hasn't really changed at all. And what it really comes down to is your preference of packaging. Now, as a loose collector, it just comes down to, well, which figure was more available to you when you started collecting. And at that point, I mean, just look for the best deal, I would say. Stay tuned for more Black Series reviews. Check out some of our other content here on Rebelscum.com. Like and subscribe. Follow us on social media. Check out Rebelscum.com daily for daily content, posts, and news. And if you like to buy awesome Star Wars figures, check out Order 66 Toys. They do a weekly Friday night live sale starting at 7 p.m. Central Time, and they ship all around the world. Check out our new archival website as well, collectorsoracle.com, so you can start managing and cataloging your collection like a pro. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. May the Force be with all of you. You Rebel Scum.